Okay, I'm going to make a small video so that those students who are having a problem that they want to actually replicate the same nets for all the same alphanumeric. So first of all, I am going to have taken some uh, PCB library from some student. So this is that alphanumeric PCB library, and this is that same. So I have this one over here. So this is my first one, and certainly this is going to be just my second one, and then afterwards when you have to place it, then you have to repeat the whole net. So which means actually the problem is this, the problem statement is this, that if supposedly this is A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever, I will do that numbering as well just now. Then you will have to do for all the number of segments over here. So I'm not going to do that one over here. Why? How I'm going to do that? First of all, so certainly when I'm seeing this alphanumeric over here, I have the data sheet over here with me. And as you all know, let's just name them over here. First of all, if I have this as design netlist, and then over here I add my netlist over here. This is A1, then there is A2, then there is B, then there is C, then there is E, F, and then there is G1, and there is G2, and I guess I did something wrong. There was D1 and D2 also. So I will just delete this one, and then I will add D1, D2, and then I guess after G1, G2, HIJKLM, I, J, K, L, M, something around like M, and then there is a BP. So these are all the nets I have defined over here. So when I have defined these nets now I will just make these nets on this alphanumeric model which I have made. Okay, now when I have made the nets, so what I'm going to do now, since this is the same diagram, so I am going to just do straight away. One is the VCC, so that's a common node point. I am not going to number it at present. We will do it afterwards. So I have G1 and G2 as pin number 2 and 9. This is pin number 2. Okay, sorry. This is pin number 2. So I have made it G1, and then I have pin number 9. This is pin number 9. Actually the numbering which has been done is not good over here. So you have not named them. Whoever model is using it, it's not named correctly. It should be 1, 2, 3 and all that. Anyway, that's just a process over here. Then I have, after pin number 2 and 9, then I have on pin number 3 and 5 I have H and I. Pin number 3 and 5, this is pin number 3, so I am going to call it H, and then I have pin number 5, I have H I. So I've just done it, H and I, and then I have J and K at pin number 7 and 4. J and K, uh, this is J, so I will just make it J. And then I have the next one is K in 4, so this is K over here, so this is K. And then after K I have L at 6, and then the last one I guess M is at 8, so this is 8, so this is M at 8, and then this is empty, this is 1, and then there is 10. 10 is empty, so there is no connection, so nothing is required over here, so all these are done over here. Then I will go on the topmost line now. This one is 11th pin, so certainly first of all 11 is not going to be corrected. This is with the common and node point. So then I will start from here, A1, A2, this is 14 and 16. So this is 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15, 16. So 14 is A2. So okay, sorry, this is 14 is A2, and then 16 is A1. So then I have B and B at 12. So this is 11 and this is 12. So this is B. And then I have C at 19. This is my 19. So this is C. And then I have D1 at 17. This would be 17. This is sorry, this is D1. This is D1, and then D2 is at 15. So this is my 15, and certainly this is D2. And then I have E at 13. So this is 11, 12, 13. So this is my E over here, and then the last one is 18 at F. So this is my 18. So this is certainly the F over here. And the last point, I guess, the DP is at 20. So this is the 20th line. So sorry, the D. This is okay. So now when this is done, I can call it, supposedly this is digit 1. Let's see. Alpha, the letter 1. You can call it letter 1. Okay. Now, when you want to have a letter 2, that is 3, which is going to have the same nets over here. So what you are going to do over here, select this letter 1, copy it over here. This is by control C. The cursor changes into this cross. Just copy it. And now go on edit, go to paste special, and on this one, keep net name. Check this box, paste from the current layer. This is keep net name, and paste it. As soon as this is now on your mouse cursor, and I'm going to place it. Now it is actually closed, so now you can see. I can try to make it over here. Okay, this is still a little okay. So you can see now. Now let me just zoom in and tell you how this is already connected. You can see this is already connected with DP. This is already connected with C, and this is already connected with F. So you don't need to double click all of them and then do it. So now I will just paste, and automatically this will be. Uh, Please take care that they are as close as possible, but they should be having over here. You can use the selection control, and you can use the arrow keys also. Now this is the third one, and then I have, oh sorry, this one is letter 1, so I will just copy this one again. Actually I changed it over there, so this is my letter 4, and I will just make this a little apart. Now this is 4 letters, and without anything I have all A, B, C, D, A1, A2, or D1, D2, and G1, G2. All our nets are defined. I only have to now connect pin number 1 and pin number 11 with the connections over here, which means I have to make this the resist transistors and all that logic over there. Now one thing additional over here, since one thing I will do over here is this, that I will change the board shape. So I will have it have changed this one. Now those who are actually making a big PCB, don't try to make it like 15 or 16 of them. One thing you can do very easily over here, I'm just going to place one letter over here because 5 is minimum something a good one. This is one. Okay, now when you are going to make this PCB, one thing that you can make it, try to make it modular. By what I mean by modular? By modular I mean it, supposedly you want to make an alphanumeric display of 15 letters. Now 15 making PCB, that's going to be very difficult, and then having all those transistors and all that. Now if you want to make a 15 letters, make it 5 letters over there, and those 5-letter PCB can be joined with another 5-letter PCB of the same size. But one thing very, very important. When you are going to have it, the outside layer, that is actually the keep out layer, and that keep out layer should be somehow like this, that when you are going to make that modular PC, it can be extended in this direction over here. So when you are going to make such PCB, it should not be more than let me just complete this one. This is important. Okay. Now this marcation over here, this has to be. I have made it actually in top layer. You can call it in top layer or bottom layer or whatever. Now whatever circuitry you are going to make it, okay, that should be confined. You can increase this limit over here. This is totally up to you or your design how this is going to be. You can increase the width of this one by what I mean actually is this, and you can increase this. This is totally up to you, but the width should not be greater than this, because when you are going to have this PCB combined with another piece of the same PCB, then the 5 letters, they are going to be joined together. So you can increase the width, but the length of this PCB from this side over here, let me use this over here. So when I'm having this one over here, so this should not be extended more than this one, 147 mm in this case over here, since I have this 5 letters over here. So every transistor or anything, whatever you have to. Now one thing very important over there, on this modular PCB, since you are going to have those files over there, you are going to make A1, A2 and all these sectors over here. So A1, A2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You are going to give male header pins for this A1 to F, and then you are going to give 8 male header pins from G1, G2, H, I, J, L, M here, over here. So you are going to give actually, there will be 5 male header, 5 pins of the male header for driving these 5 pins, and then you will be having 8 pins from A1 to F, and then from G1 to M, and then certainly there will be a 9th pin also FDP over there. So in this way you can make, instead of making like a 15 or maybe 20, you can try to make it modular. But in the modular one, you have to confine your circuitry in this total width. If you are making a 5 lateral modular supply over here, I'm not asking for something, a joining pins over here, that can also be done, but we will discuss it more in the class next time, maybe if I have some time over there. Otherwise, you can try to confine yourself over there in this 147 or whatever the length of this one, so that when you can have another one, so which means actually that you are actually going to copy this one and you are going to paste another one just like this, but physically this is going to happen physically. You're not going to do this in the design over here, okay? But this is going to be done physically over here. So in this way you can have actually your circuitry made modular, and this way you can actually extend your alphanumeric display to even a very long length, adding 5 letter pin alphabets over there, and maybe making it into something 20 or 25 or 30 or something. And how many number of pins or how many number of letters you make in one module, that is totally up to your restriction. If you want to make a 4, you want to make a at least 5 or 6, at least minimum one, so at least that can actually be displayed something over there. So if you have 6, like, you can attach 3 of those modules, and then physically you will only have to make 3 of those PCBs over here practically. But if you will try to make maybe an 18 letter one, so it will be very difficult, and it will be difficult to have all those transistors arranged over here and all that stuff over there. Okay, so this is very important, that you have to arrange all the male headers inside this length, that is actually 147.06 for a 5 letter one. If it is 6, certainly then there will be a 6th letter over there as well. And one instruction, if you are making it modular, is this, that for A1, A2, B, C, D1, E, and F, these are actually the first 8 segments over there, and then these are the next 8 segments over there. For each segment you will have to place, for each one you will have to place 2 over there. Why 2? Because when it's going to be modular over there, so you are going to have a connection from this module to the other one, so this will be just a connection over there. But rest, the 4 or 5 pins over there for driving this one, that will be separate over there. So you just have to connect it by some wire over there. We will talk about that wire later. So I hope this will